Working on the right front fender there in the 17 car that had been damaged in contact early on, trying to get that patch made.
They've done a pretty good job here. Just trying to do a couple last-minute things, getting back out there, but nice job getting it fixed.
Pretty good from here.
Yeah, he's going to have to hustle, though. They're coming to the green, and he's just getting off of pit road, so he's going to be quite a bit behind.
Might mention a 99 came back on the pit road, some damage on David Rudeman's car, and the 24 car had an uncontrolled tire. He had to go to the tail end of the longest line, Eric McClure. Kyle Busch will lead him down for the restart. It is Kyle Busch, Edwards, Logano, and Boyer, by the way. Clint Boyer came in 5th and gained the spot on pit road and will restart in 4th position. Remember, he started the race all the way back in 21st spot.
These restarts are usually times that things can really get kind of dicey. These guys have on new tires. They know that this is the best their car is going to feel.
You see Kelly Byers, he's the first car lap down, that orange car right in front of Carl Edwards. He's just not going to give it, move over for these guys because he's got a guy he's racing back there for that lucky dog spot. He wants to stay there.
Let's update the 10 car of Brian Vickers. Dave.
Yeah, Doc, here's a top 10 car that didn't make the restart. He's now 2 laps down, and just behind pit road, they're trying to replace the rear axle. Broke one. They brought it in. They're going to get back out there, but his chances of winning today, Brian Vickers, don't look good.
Yeah, that can happen on those when you start to leave the pits. You can either break the rear end gear itself, or you can snap that axle if you time it just perfectly. And that's timing perfectly is a bad thing sometimes. As you drop the jack and the driver hits the gas, then it can snap that axle. Roar.
Got one right here, DJ. Remember earlier this year, Kevin Harvick, he had the same problem. When you load the car up, you drop the hammer on it, meaning the gas right here. That's where it sheared it earlier this year. Might have been a little tool mark right here, DJ. And if you leave a little tool mark, just shine that thing out just a little bit. That's where it's going to break right there.
Just shears right off, Tim, and certainly that's Clint Boyer. I'm sure probably the 10 car of Brian Vickers trying to be able to have a good run here in his final nationwide start of 2008. Kyle Busch having a good run, so is Carl Edwards. By the way, Joey Logano and Clint Boyer back in 3rd and 4th. These are the guys, these cars are involved in the Owners' Championship. Right now, the 20 car has a 44-point lead. Joe Gibbs Racing, the 20, over the 2 car of Richard Childress Racing for the Owners' Championship.
Looks like both of these cars are extremely good today. Joey Logano is, and I like the way he kind of goes about it. He doesn't try to be too flashy at the very beginning. He gets settled in and starts making headway. Gets better and better as the race goes on. Shannon?
Logano looking right now to climb back into that top 5 right now. Looking at the scoring pylon. He was about a 5 loose before that last pit stop. The guys went to work on that number 20 car. 4 tires. They made a wedge adjustment and an air pressure adjustment for Joey Logano just to try to get some grip for that 20.
Joey qualified here for the NASCAR Sprint Cup race. He was the final car to make it in on time and speed. And I got to believe getting in a Cup race and having extra laps on a racetrack got to help you a little bit in terms of just familiarity with the racetrack.
Yeah, there's no doubt that the weekend's been good for him, even though we've heard him say that he struggled on the Cup side and would like to get that a little bit better. That time on this racetrack has to be better for him and getting the experience out here today. So he'll look back on this next year as he's running this the Sprint Cup Series full time and realize that this was a very valuable weekend to his career.
There's a 33 car, Kevin Harvick, and as you said, Andy, that 47 car of Kelly Byers, he's not a pushover. He wants to hang as close as he can and get that lucky dog as being the first car lap down.
Yeah, he's not just laying over for him. He's giving him plenty of room, though. You can see there he gives it to Kevin Harvick, and as long as he can make good lap times and maintain some separation to it looks like right now it's the 27 car of Jason Keller, he'll stay in that lucky dog spot.
David Reagan was 6th in the 6 car, Martin 7th. Here is the 8th place car, David Strimmy, a 64 car, Rusty Wallace Incorporated. We talked about how much he appreciates the opportunity he's gotten to run here in the NASCAR Nationwide Series. Sort of rejuvenated his career. This opportunity is what got him a chance to get back in Cup next year with a full-time ride with Roger Penske.
No doubt. He's got a good race car here today. He's been in the top 10 all day long. Comes David Rudeman down the bottom of the racetrack. As you mentioned, David came back in to work on his car late on that last caution flag. Jamie?
Yeah,
David Rudiman, DJ, he came in and he actually got the damage on pit road after exiting his pit box. It was right front damage, and because it was so early in the race, they said we have to come back in. They did make the changes, but he started 19th, worked his way up to 11th, and then on that restart, he restarted 20th. He's already working his way back up to 15th, so I think that was a good call by the team's part.
I think you're exactly right, Jay. You don't want to take any chances as you see him trying to pass Jason Leffler here for that 14th spot. So good call on the pit crew there to come back in. A lot of racing yet to do here.
We might want to update Brian Vickers. They have decided to call it a race because the broken axle was going to take them so long to fix it. They decided just to have him get out of the car and say we're done. Dave.
And guys, Brian just getting out of the car right now, and looks like the crew made the repair, but not worth it at this point to keep going.
No, I mean, listen, there's no quitters on this team, I can assure you that. You know, we really want to thank Dollar General for all the support. We've got a great race car. We've got a fast race car. Unfortunately, we broke apart. We kind of beat ourselves. It's been our trend. We got to fix that before next season. I know we will. But, you know, we're in the 10 car this week. We're not running for points. We're already 7 laps down. And it's a great race car. We've run really, really good with this race car. So I'd really hate to go out there not running for points, making laps in 35th and tear it up, blow a tire, or something go wrong. I think that'd look pretty stupid. So I think we made the collective decision, just go ahead and park it and get ready for next season.
And next season for you, kind of not the way you wanted to end your 2008. It was going pretty well.
No, it really was. You know, it's definitely not how we want to end it. Not for Toyota, Dollar General, for myself, for anybody at Braun Racing. Really proud of these guys. They put some great race cars on the racetrack. Like this one, for instance, this is a great car. It's a fast car. That's why we don't want to take a chance on tearing it up. Unfortunately, we you know, whether it's bad luck or not, we just beat ourselves a little bit, broke a rear axle, took us out of the race, and that's pretty much the end of 2008 for us, but we'll be back next year.
And remember, guys, the plan next year is to have Dollar General with Bernie Lamar and Vickers driving 17 races between them.
Tough way to end the year for Brian Vickers. Kyle Busch now has led 42 laps here today. That means combined he has now led 4,000 laps in NASCAR's major competition in 2008. Wow.